It's a contradiction.
That means you're still single.
You single?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I need the definition because somebody out there is curious about the definition.
Y'all together.
Go ahead.
Y'all, you and this person, you a man, she a woman, y'all agree to be together, but y'all also agree to date other people too, or entertain other people. Y'all okay with that?
What's up, Kings?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Welcome back, Five Kings. We got Jeff, the voice of reason, in the building.
Yeah.
We got AB, the health and fitness guru.
Health is wealth. Remember that.
We got Trell, ladies love Trell. We got Cerrone, the barber businessman.
The barber businessman.
And obviously I'm Mark Chill, the finance guru and the content creator, so to speak.
Executive producer.
So how's everybody been, man? It's been a little while since we talked.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
mental check.
Great complaint.
Mental check. Let's start with the ladies' man, Trell.
I'm about a 10, man. I had some things going on. Everything's been good. I don't have no issues, no drama in my life right now. It's so I would give myself about a 10. Not about a 10. I'm a 10.
Right on.
So
Did that.
AB.
Oh yeah. Mental check. Oh, it's go getting right now. Summertime is hot. Oh yeah, I'm out there go getting. I don't know what number that is, but I'm out there go getting it.
Oh, you be young to 10.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Definitely getting after these athletes, getting after their health. You know what I'm saying? This is the best time to do it. A lot of free time working with people. This is mostly the off season for a lot of cats. I had a good athlete. You know what I'm saying? He just ran in state. He did quite a few events in that. You know what I'm saying? Another athlete of mine, she just did a tryout for a soccer team. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just cheers up to that, man.
Right on.
Real good.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
Good.
The voice of reason.
Hey man, I'm a 9. The grind don't stop.
Don't stop. That's right. All right. Cerrone,
Yes, sir.
how you feeling, my man?
I'm 100. It's a great day, great week. It's good to be here to, finish another episode of the Five Kings.
Absolutely, man. It's always good to be around my guys.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Chill.
Yeah. Man,
Executive producer, how you living?
to be honest with you, man, I'm probably at a 7, 7. But, shit, right now, man, I feel like 100. We all clean.
Oh yeah.
I think we all decided to get clean for a good reason. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is that I think that we talked about this a little bit, but there's a lot of cats that don't even own a suit. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that grooming is a part of the culture, and I don't think anybody can speak to that any more than the barber businessman to my right.
Man. It's a part of the culture, and I like how you brought it in on the barber businessman tip, because one experience I had that I give to my students, for those of you who don't know, I have a barber school, and the students that I'm instructing, I always tell them this story when I'm telling them about dressing for success and how they groom and themselves and such. Me personally, I dressed in slacks and a button up and dress shoes half my career as a barber, which every barber ain't gonna do. But one day I was at my barber shop on a Sunday, which wasn't a work day. I was up there, the cleaning people were in there cleaning it, and a lady pulled up and she said, "Hey, can you cut my son?" Her son was sitting in the car. I said, "I'm sorry, miss, it's Sunday. I don't work today, I'm just cleaning the shop." She said, "Oh," and her head dropped and she walked off. Something told me to go back and get her. It's Sunday, I'm in my full suit. I just left my Bible study and stuff.
Yeah.
I go out there and say, "Excuse me, miss." I was like, "I'll cut your son's hair." I said, "But it's Sunday, we're closed. So instead of $40, it's $80 for his cut today." And she looked at me and she said, "Dressed like that, I figured it was gonna cost that anyway." So my whole point is how you dress is how people perceive the price they should pay.
Yeah.
She ain't seen me cut her head in my life. She was a new customer, never seen nothing. she just figured because I was in a suit that I could cut her son's hair so good that I deserved $80, which was double the price. And I tell my students that all the time. So that's any job, that's any business. That's not just barbering, that's life. Dress like the position you want and demand what you want.
Let me time in.
Right.
Dress like the position you want, not the position you have.
Let me time into that. I think what you're saying too is appearances matter, right?
Absolutely.
Imagery
More than
matter,
anything.
right? So your image that you are is also in a way of, I think it's manifestation in a way, you know. So if you come in, you look like $1 million, people are gonna feel like you're $1 million. It ain't about what they think, you know. It's about because you doing this for you, right? So I do think image is everything. You
In the industry.
industry. You go apply for a job, you go do something. If you're looking like not up to par, they're not gonna consider you. If you come in there dressing sharp, from my experiences, image does matter. So I think that's what you know.
That's
basically
exactly
saying.
what I'm saying.
You-
I've also worked for a barber school, Mark and Eddie. Shout outs to Mark and Eddie, 43rd and Bethany, All American Barber Academy. But when I worked there, Mark and Eddie, who owned this business for 20 years, I was their understudy. And the way I dressed, that when people came in, they thought I was the owner. They'll come directly to me like, hey, how does this go? Or how does this work? And I'm like, you got to talk to the owners. But the owners dress regular, so they're looking at them like. So it's just how you dress demands respect. That's all.
You only get one time of the first impression. You know what I'm saying? And the way that you carry yourself is honestly it. You know, that's your first impression. For him, now he charges $100 a cut.
Yes, sir.
You know,
And that's largely in part to what we're talking about. It has, to me, it has very little to do with the haircut. Yes, I can cut hair good. Yes, I've been cutting hair 30 years. But there's barbers next to me in my chairs that have cut hair similar long times. But how you dress, how you present yourself, how you talk, your professionalism, it puts you through the roof. It separates you from the pack. If somebody walks into a shop, one of y'all walks into the shop, and there's 10 people chopping heads, how do you choose who to get in their chair if you've never been in there before? You look at them, you size them up, and that's what you're gonna go with.
Right.
You didn't,
I like
you've
that.
never
You
seen
gonna look
them
at the
cut a
freshest
head.
one.
I like
If
that.
ain't nobody in the
That's
suit, I'm about to look at the one who got the freshest kicks.
Right.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah, you're right.
And
That's
that's
hard.
Some-
anywhere in
That's
life.
anywhere,
That's
you know what I'm
anything you
saying?
do in life.
To touch it back on everything what you saying, shoot, attitude and the way, as much as the way you carrying yourself and professionalism, your attitude and the way you speak and communicate with people, that's a big thing too. As much as you're matching that outfit, your language and the way you communicating with that lady
gotta
has to
match.
match.
Gotta
It has to match.
You can have the
You
freshest
know what I'm
suit
saying?
on you want. If you
Exactly,
speak
but if you speaking
vulgar,
gibberish and stuff, man,
nobody's
that
gonna
ain't-
listen to you. You
exactly.
sound like a
Exactly.
car salesperson.
Is that
Exactly.
also the energy you're projecting too? Because
Absolutely.
you're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
something intimate with someone's head. Like that's an intimate setting. So you know,
Oh, yeah.
people do treat that a certain way, especially men. A lot of men have, you know, just like women do. You know, that's a thing for us. Hair is a big thing, and getting the wrong kind of haircut from the wrong person can really set a man back, self-esteem wise, just to be vulnerable. It's a real deal, Holyfield thing.
Let me
All that.
let me time in there too. It's two things. I said it earlier, and it's something that you said on an earlier podcast. Is pretty much just what we saying now. Like I'm a big believer in manifestation, and you know I believe in like you manifest what you want your world to be about, and I think that dressing the part and what y'all talking about is a part of manifestation. Man, I said too as well, but jump into what earlier podcast where Chill said everything in life is a sale.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's basically what he's saying.
Fact.
Everything in life is a sale.
Facts.
So and it's basically what we talking about. We talking about, you know, you selling people. You know what I mean? You in your suit, they come into the shop,
Face to
you
face.
got your full suit on and things like that. You
It's all
professional.
sale.
They come. I want to come to you. You know what I mean? You sold them just on what you had.
Yeah.
Versus every day. So appearances matter. So you know that goes into like if you want to talk to like. If you out at a bar or something, if you choose to try to talk to a woman or something, right? If she looking real nice, right? you might want to try to holler, right? But if she got them she got a whole little granny set on with the granny panties on, granny set. You ain't know you gonna look past it, no matter what she did.
It's two things. It's that your appearance and, like Jeff said, your energy can permeate from across the room.
Manifestation.
You know what I'm saying? You can feel somebody's energy from across the room. I see people I ain't never met before, and it's like, damn, like I could just feel how much of a dope soul that they come across that they tend to be just because of how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's huge.
Very big, very big.
I'll be honest and vulnerable on this one. Like, I feel that because I'm not always the person that the people that, you know, I'll go wherever I go, and I'm not trying to talk to people. People just come talk to me, and that's from all walks of life. And I don't ask for it; it just happens. Like, I'm walking down the street, you know, the homeless man, and, hey, how you doing? I'm good.
You just got a good vibe, that's a good aura that is around you. That's
something that and connectivity,
positive energy towards you.
I'm the opposite because everybody thinks that I'm mean as hell.
Because they see the exterior. But I thought the same thing.
They think I'm mean as hell.
Oh, everybody always think I got an attitude or something like that, and I'm like,
I'm the most
chill, man. I'm chilling like a wild, man. I'm fine.
I ain't got no problem with nobody. I'm enjoying it.
If anything, I'm walking around confident. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I got my chest up high. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel good about myself. But some people outside looking in, they done told me they sense that and they're attracted to that.
Right.
Some other people sense that as he mad, you know what I'm saying? He got something going on. I just ain't gonna say nothing to him.
Ain't gonna talk to him. Yeah.
Or later on, as I get to know him, hey man, you seem like you was a cool dude, man. When I first met you, man, you seemed like a brother that was off, and I was just like, hey man, this is me, you know what I'm saying?
I be focused.
I'm focused. My mind is not stopping.
The BS.
Yeah.
I don't have time for the BS because I'm trying to go somewhere. And I also think that too, if you're trying to go somewhere, it's a little bit harder to dial yourself back and you know, look like you're not. Because your focus is different than other people's focus is just moving through the lane. Just the wind blows left, they go left. Right, you know, they moving with the wind. You moving with the focus in the actual goal.
I'm not gonna lie though, I also, you know, especially being out and about, and I also feel some people do sense this. I am focused, but I also got my guard up. And I feel that also backs some people away because me verbally saying I'm focused, they're like, yeah, you may be focused all you want, but bro, you got these guards and these walls up, and they're not even trying to come towards that energy just because they already sense that, you know what I'm saying? So that's also something I'm trying to work on myself, because I believe that vibe, auras, and energy, that's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to welcome more people instead of trying to push people out, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
A conversation rules the nation is the word, right? That's something I heard.
Well, conversation, energy, appearance, that rules. I mean, it's kind of part of it, right? Because when you first meet a female, you don't know what she looked like. I mean, you know what she looked like. You don't know if you like her or not. You know if you're attracted to her, right? So appearance matters. Appearances does matter in we try to make it seem like appearances don't matter and things like that, and people say that.
That's all you have to go. That's all you have to go off of when you first.
Exactly.
You know, when you get to know somebody, then you can be like, all right, yeah, you know, I like that person. But for the most part, it's just infatuation.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm infatuated by, you know, the curves or the face or whatever it may be. And then after I get to know you, like, damn, she got a dope mind. You know, damn, she got a dope vibe.
Yeah.
Or she, you know, she look, you know, like this, but she really ain't got nothing.
She ain't got nothing. It's hollow up there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like talking to that wall.
Ain't nobody there. Yeah. Teaching moments. If you gotta, if you gotta teach somebody everything, that can be, you know, troublesome. You know, to have to, you know, because you should have some kind of initiative as a person. Because everyone shouldn't have to do everything for you, in my opinion.
There's a double-edged sword to
I'm
that.
looking for.
There's a double-edged sword to that because not everybody is always going to be on the same level.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to get the game, then I'm willing to give it to you.
Exactly.
You know, but if you don't know nothing, and whenever I, you know, give you that insight or you snuff at it or whatever,
and you're not willing,
to accept, then it's like, all right, well,
Let me jump in.
Game
real
coming
quick.
soon.
This just been on my mind this year. Just put this out
Spit
here.
it out, Trell. Talk to
Do
us.
y'all do y'all agree or do y'all believe in having open relationships?
No.
It's nonsense.
What you mean?
There's no such thing as an
Let's
open
describe an open relationship for the people that don't know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
wait. Before the word open and relationship do not go together.
I agree.
The old thing.
It's a contradiction.
That means you're still single.
You single?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I need the definition because somebody out there is curious about the definition.
Y'all together.
Go ahead.
Y'all, you and this person, you a man, she a woman, y'all agree to be together, but y'all also agree to date other people too, or entertain other people. Y'all okay with that? There's no real
At that point,
rules
it's
on
a
that.
contract, man. It's not a relationship.
What you mean?
You signing on the dotted line.
You signing on the dotted line of whatever it is that you and her is cool living with, but the sexual part ain't there, I guess.
I mean, y'all
part
be
is
having
there.
sex and stuff like that, but y'all agree to do
You
that. But you
open?
okay with that?
If
Man, no.
So wait. So let me understand if I think I understand the definition because I'm curious about the definition. Maybe the listeners aren't. Maybe it's just me. But
Yeah, what's the definition?
my definition is if I'm understanding what you're saying is a woman and a man, assuming whatever y'all
preferences.
pedigree or whatever, do you live your life? But the two people agree to be in a at least physical relationship with each other, not necessarily saying they're in a committed.
They're in a
only
committed-
talk-
they're-
Wait,
wait,
Let me
Let
finish that.
me finish
flesh it
it.
out.
This is his definition.
My definition.
This is his definition.
So in an open relationship, we're in agreeing that we are doing certain things together, but outside of us doing whatever we're doing together, you can go see someone separately and do the same thing. But at the end of the day, you come to the same maybe house or you meet. Like we got a 5 o'clock schedule where we're gonna meet up, opposed to we just only see each other. Now we're seeing other people. We're dating other people. We whatever with other people, but we also agreeing that we on the same page with something.
You know what's funny is that I actually watched a show last night, and they had a couple that was in an open relationship. It was called couples therapy, and they was in an open relationship, and they had it wasn't a contract, but basically they had rules on what they could do outside of the relationship. Right? They're together as a couple. However, if they wanted to do something with someone else, then they had to bring them in, right? Okay, that's not really I don't think that's more of an open relationship. I think that's more just like having a threesome, right? Going back and forth with threesomes. Yeah. But then it got to the point where I guess because of scheduling, between the couple, that one decided to go out and do stuff on their own, and then it caused resentment, and the other one started doing stuff on their own, and I mean, at some point in time, that type of shit is bound to happen because I might not be on the same, or I mean, not me, but she might not be on the same I want to fuck schedule as me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fuck schedule.
Like if I want it every day and she don't want it, then it's like, okay, well,
Let me jump in here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This
Okay.
is your topic. My bad.
Okay, so
Yeah, this is your topic.
because you be hearing I be hearing these weird ass stories about certain situations. Now, this is my opinion. To each his own. You choose what's best for you in your relationship. But my personal opinion is, if you in a relationship with a woman and you in an open relationship, or you allow your woman to go sleep with somebody else, right? Get permission on the official, get permission. You're not a man. I'm not gonna give my woman permission to go sleep with nobody.
Oh hell no.
That's my if you my woman, you my woman. I don't give a fuck.
I
You know what I mean?
put
Fuck that.
I put this work in to be able to be with
Yeah.
you, for you to be with me.
You know
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
what's
Mine.
that's what's
For
going
my
on in
woman.
modern day relationship. I mean, modern
Man,
day
that's true.
relationships,
That's true.
man.
That's
I read
cool.
an
You said
article.
something about open relationship.
Look,
I read an article based off what you're talking about. I read an article saying how Phoenix / Scottsdale is one of the hottest spots for singles and open relationships.
Agreed.
The sun is out. You know what I'm saying? That means skin is out.
Scantily clad.
We got this class of people that's active 40s, that's active 50s. They out there living, bro. They're not living this traditional relationship lifestyle. So they going out there.
But
Well, I guess
I'm glad you.
And this is involved too.
What's the point of being in a
Money,
relationship?
sex, drugs, and all
But
that.
where's the
involved.
commitment in the relationship if you can?
And at that point, it's not a relationship. It's a relationship, but it's a contract. There's no emotion.
What's the definition of a relationship?
There
That's
can't
the
be
next
no
thing.
emotions
My relationship
attached.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
You
something.
can't have no emotional attachment.
Look, I'm
You
telling
can't have
you
no. You can't have no
Look, you
emotional
can't.
attachment.
Y'all make y'all. It ain't that complicated.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. Look, we not doing open relationships. That's fine. If you want to date other people, why you with me?
Bye.
Bye. You hear me? Boom. You
See,
know me? I get
you-
car keys. Boom. You get to go about your business. If you with me, you with me. Now if you go cheat on me.
What if you've been married for like 18 years
Man,
and
it's
all of a
over.
sudden it ain't
It's over.
happening?
It's over.
And
'Cause-
now they really
I mean,
depart from the relationship,
I
but
wanna
now
know-
they
I
in
wanna
some
know big
financial
bros.
No.
base
Look,
or they got something with the
Look.
kids and they can't just get up and leave like that, bro.
Look, men and women, you got. We have to respect each other universally. It's a respect thing, right?
Sure. Yes.
There's no. I don't care. We've been together 75 years, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna respect you universally in a certain form of way. You know, we might get. You know, you've been together that long. We might cuss each other out, things of that nature. Go through things. You know, every relationships. You know, get stressed out and go through things. But my whole opinion is, you not finna disrespect me. That if I allow somebody to do something like that, you have no respect for yourself. So it starts with respect for yourself. That's my opinion.
But you know, like you said, that's your opinion. For them, that's having respect.
Man,
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Like, I don't see no other way. It's my way. It's just.
I got two parts. One, I want to hear his perspective. Two, I got a question because the original question is different than what we got to. So what do you think? What's your opinion?
I'm glad you asked, because I'm gonna talk to the people real quick on behalf of the 5 Kings. An open relationship is nonsense. There's certain things that kings don't even need to involve themselves in conversating about because we're wasting our time. And that's what an open relationship is to me.
My man.
I'm glad somebody asked. Appreciate you.
That is the realest answer, though.
So next subject.
Think about what you said. I want to time in what you said, right? So, like, okay, so my mom and them, right? My mom, my dad, they older, right? They,
We
like,
still talk about open relationships?
now we transition.
Yeah, I thought I said that.
Yeah.
We transition.
We gotta call the cameraman when you pass through. Cut.
No, we transition. Like, I feel like that, like my mom and my dad, when they was older and shit, right? They act old, right? I do think that the generation of us and going forward, like, I think we're gonna be 50, 60 years old listening to rap music, right?
I think so.
I think so too. Like my mom, I still listen to
Up to a certain episode, to a certain.
I started
area.
to certain shit. Like my mom, my dad, them, they grew up with Johnny Taylor, Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, things like that, right? So I know that music. But I feel like that our generation, the way we moving right now, I think based on our age, we are the last generation that went from house phones to transition to cell phones. I remember dial up to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We still in it. Like somebody go ahead.
We're a unique generation.
We're a generation.
We're a unique generation.
And our generation behind us, they even get younger and younger. It ain't gonna never be the same. You see these little memes with these grandmas that be like 30, 40 years old or 50 years old with gray hair, looking good as hell. You know, listening to rap music and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're a different breed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that because if you think about it, if you was born, let's say 1980, maybe even 1979, up to
That's me.
70.
you know,
Yeah.
75
84.
to 80
So
to 90, right? 75 to 90 is a very, very unique time because you saw video games, right? You said you remember being on the cordless phones or corded phones.
House phone. I don't even know nobody got a house phone.
I'm talking about that.
The rotary
Yeah, I don't
phones.
know. You know anybody got a house phone?
Encyclopedias, bro. You
Encyclopedias.
Hey, we had the
Right?
whole list of
You
encyclopedias
saw,
in the house.
you saw the transition. You've seen all this stuff, right?
Right.
To go from no internet. You outside playing with your friends.
Yeah.
The only way you know where your people is at is you gotta look down the street to see where all the bikes is at
Yeah.
in the yard. You know what I'm saying? That's how you knew where your partners was at. Like, oh shit, they at so and so house. Now it's totally different, right? You got 24/7 access to everybody,
Yeah.
which is fucking strange to me. You know what I'm saying?
It has changed the trajectory of where we're going, because if I can dial in and catch anybody, anytime, any place, I didn't have access like that. Now everybody's accessible. Like that's why the celebrities, that's why we're so involved with the celebrities now, because we're involved with their life. Like we know these people, we don't see these people 24/7, but we feel like we do because we can pull them up and we can see the next topic of they just did this. Oh, I know him. I know he wouldn't do that. You don't know that man, that woman.
But that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like, I'm not saying far as keeping up with people, but I do think that we have more information. We have more access to information because of what's going on right now than we ever had before, right? The internet, right? We can find, I'm not saying like we can become professors on the internet, right? But we can learn out anything on the internet, things of that nature. So it's a good thing, right? I know a lot of shit because of what is going on right now.
But at the same time, it detaches you from reality. I'm very envious of C for the simple fact that he's on Instagram, but he ain't on Instagram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Like for me,
Never been on social media, y'all.
You said who?
I had the company do it for me for a couple months, but I've never been on it.
like I said a timer just so I shut the shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be in I want to be in the real world.
Today, I told y'all before, I'm gonna say it again. Sundays is my rest day, and you can use that on however you're gonna use it. I may use it biblically, y'all may use it however y'all want to use it. But a rest day, you need a rest day to get out of all that, because some of that stuff is too much negativity, and that seeps into your life. And if you're sitting there watching a whole bunch of drama, all that drama,
You are what you
take
eat.
it. And if you can't dump out your glass, sometimes we're filling up our own glass, whatever you're filling up your world with. You got to dump out at some point. You have to, because you're gonna overflow and then you're gonna blow up, and that's how things happen.
AB say it the best. Disease is just simply if you break the word down, dis-ease, right? You are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
If you eat bullshit,
all day.
you eat bullshit, you're gonna be unhealthy. That's when it comes to food. That's when it comes to what you read. That's what comes what you watch.
Music,
like
you listen
all
to,
this shit.
people you hanging out with.
It determines how healthy you are. And the problem is that as a culture, I don't want to say as a culture, but as a people, we so caught up in the drama. You know what I'm saying? Because drama is what sells. You turn on any TV station, they selling some form of drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
News is drama.
News is drama.
It's not positivity. It's not like, guess what? We're all gonna make $1 million today. It's these accidents happen. These people died. It's this is going on. It's always a negative thing, but it also is to capture the view.
Peep this. I used to work in the news.
Okay.
Right. You know how if a black guy gets shot or if a black guy does something, they always look at they tend to have the picture that looks the meanest, the worst,
I'm gonna say
right?
black, brown, or people of some descent besides
But here, check this out.
Europeanism.
Check this out. If somebody does something, they get shot, what have you, they put that picture up, right? Opposite comes to those of fairer skin.
They look like this.
Now, have you ever realized that when someone of our skin tone, right, is shot or what have you, what we do? We hit the streets, right? What does that cause? Causes more news, right? You ain't never seen not one person who was white that they had the mass shooting in what was it, New York, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You don't see nobody protesting of fairer skin out there because it don't generate news, right? News sells.
Absolutely.
They know that how are you gonna react.
Controversy.
Exactly.
That's why I don't watch it.
I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah, I don't watch the
news
news.
either.
I don't watch the
That's
news
why I
either.
stopped watching news, because I felt that energy, and I'm sorry. I just felt like it was a lot of negativity. It wasn't anything positive about what.
I keep my eye on it. I see what's going on in
That's
the world.
why, because
Major
it's gonna,
stuff.
You know what I'm
But I don't watch
saying?
the
But
news.
Local news.
it generates you to want to tune in. Oh shit, what happened today? Or what's going on now?
It's a sitcom.
What's going on now?
Is it not? It's a sitcom.
That's
You
all
tune
it
in the
is.
next day to see what happened on the next episode.
One of the books I read on productivity said, instead of reading the newspaper and watching the news and stuff, it said the way you do it is when you're in line at the breakfast place or whatever, the person next to you just ask them what's big in the news lately. And that person will tell you the top 2 things that's important, and the rest is all nonsense anyway.
Yeah,
so
you're
you
right.
don't really have to even cipher through it yourself and get all that
I don't even
negativity.
watch it.
I
Just
don't
get
watch
that
it.
I don't.
focus.
I'm not bringing that type of energy or whatever into my aura that I got going on. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm not going to even use it or have it as a distraction of what I got going on, because I got something bigger what's going on than what's, you know, like you
But-
said, RIP to the
but-
to the people that got shot up in New York. But man, this ain't nothing new to me.
It's a catch-22 though, because like Denzel said, if you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. If you don't, you're uninformed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But think
That's
about this too, though.
connectivity, too.
Like, I mean, you might catch us watching CNN sometimes, CNN sometimes or something like that. But going back to like our mothers and grandma age, right? Who I don't know anybody who watches the news like that anyway, right? I'm just saying, like, we got so much things going on. I mean, some of us do watch the news. I don't watch the news. I'm not really trying to bring no negativity. You know, I know got family members that watch the news every day. They call me with some stories or negativity. No, I don't know anybody who actually watches the news, but like you know, people my mama them age. So I mean, like we, you know, if something big enough going on, we'll hear about it somehow, word of mouth, or we'll see it on something, you know. So I don't watch the news at all. I don't know when last time I watched the news.
At the end of the day, you just gotta be mindful of what you putting into your mind.
What you consume, and that's not just eating, to what you consume in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I do believe that brain is a muscle, and I'm very
Absolutely.
disciplined. I am very disciplined, and I use my brain to discipline myself. I flex, I lift weights with my brain and work my brain out so I can make sure that I'm in shape.
Say that again.
I said I'm brain is very disciplined. I use my brain like I work out. I'm very
What
disciplined.
exercise
I'm in
do you do
shape.
for your
I'm in
brain?
shape. I'm in discipline, right? I eat certain, like some of the things I do. I eat certain things, right? It, you know, it might be not healthy, right? I just wake up and stop, right? Certain habits I have, right? Good or bad, I stop it, do it. I read books. I learn. I try to learn more. I exercise my brain. Discipline is a big thing. I always,
That's how you work out your brain.
yeah, I always want to make sure that I'm disciplined. I feel like I want to be able to stop anything when I want to, and it's just a snap of a finger.
Now, that's setting healthy boundaries for your life, because you're changing up, you know, what you're doing and what you're putting in. Yeah, that's not good for me. I'm done with that. That's not. No, I'm not focusing on that anymore. Is that what it is? What do y'all think? Ron, what do you think? Is that what you're doing?
I agree. You know, I think of the brain more like a seed, you know what I'm saying, like a garden. You know, the more knowledge I read up on it, I'm feeding it. At the same time, I'm not saying not all knowledge is good knowledge. Like where the weeds is coming in, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to get the weeds and out too. So I'm gonna keep focused on whatever I got going on in my life. I'm gonna keep feeding that seed more of that. Get all the negativity up on out that garden, because it's not. I don't benefit from it.
You said something that maybe and I hate to put you on spot like this, but what's the last book you read?
The last book I read, Winning by Tim. I don't know the last name. It's called Winning.
Winning? All right. See, I know you read.
Man, I hate to admit it, but it was Will Smith book. I was reading that while he did that stupid stuff.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
That's
I
what I was
already
reading.
know.
I was like,
Cheers. I already know.
yeah.
Tim Grover, that's his name. Tim Grover, called Winning. Check it out, especially if you're an athlete, you know, somebody who's trying to strive in business or success. Check it out. Great book.
Winning. I'm gonna check that
Winning.
out.
All right. Jeff?
I knew you was gonna go to me next, man. I picked up a few and put down a few. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he said the last one you read.
Shoot, you gotta come back to me, man, because I can't remember the name of it.
All right.
It's Bernie Mac's book, though.
Okay.
I
B.
don't know
Mac's
if y'all
book?
know about that. It's
No, I didn't know he
I
had
know
it.
the book.
Bernie Mac book, yeah.
All right.
I don't know. That's the last book I read.
Trell?
it's such a cliche. 48 laws of power, but it's a difference though. But I want to bring this in here too.
Was that your first time reading 48 Laws
I
of
read
Power?
like
That's
four
what
times.
I'm saying.
I read
That's what I'm
like
saying.
four
That's a
every
big
time.
I read it like 3-4
Yeah, I
times.
read it. Look, that's a whole different story. But I want to bring this in here. Like I like my favorite book is a simple book, right? Because in order to transition, you have to know how to transition, right? In order to be a millionaire, you need to know not the investments, right? What was the mind frame? What did you need to do to even get a millionaire, right? That is all starts at the everyday process, right? So that's the last book I read, but the most simplest book that I do want people to read, and it's a starter pack, is Who Moved My Cheese.
Still need that.
mentioned that.
I got you. Next time we here, I got y'all.
You think that one?
The reason why I say it's right, because the reason why it's two things, right? The first thing is for people who don't read, right? It's the most simplest book ever, right? That's the first thing, right? People, you just can't go come in here and get 50 laws of powers, right? With Donald Trump and Robert Greene or whatever, right? You don't just go give them a book like this, right?
Yeah.
You give people a book like I do cardio things and stuff like that. I can read that book in 25 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to give people a starter pack, right? What to do to start in your process of transition, right? It's not the book is so meaningful. It's because it's a simple book, and it gets your mind transitioning, right? It gets you open up your mind frame, and then opens up to everything else.
What
right?
is this book about? Because I never read it.
It's a simple book. It's about moving your mind frame and keep progressing. Staying the same gets you nowhere. You have to constantly evolve and keep pushing. It's the most simplest
Yeah,
read
you stagnant, you ain't
ever.
going nowhere.
Right. So imagine, right? You this person you is when you 15 years old, right? And you 15 years old, you got the still state of mind as a 15-year-old and say you 30.
That's a whole
And you
nother
still
world, bro.
think you 15 years old and you say, I ain't gonna never change. This is who I am. I've been this way since I've been 15 years old. That's not a good thing.
It's not.
Okay, you have to evolve. You have to change. In business, finance, health, voice, right? You have to always change your mind change as you grow, right? You can't ever stay the same. I actually, it's fine if you say this, but I've been the same way since I was 15. I've been the same way for 10 years. It's not a good
That's
thing.
the same
You
thing.
have to evolve.
I think the book that if you're older, that everybody should read, and it's an easy read too. It ain't a big book. Is The Alchemist.
Well, I heard so much about The Alchemist.
The Alchemist is
I heard so much about The
it's
Alchemist.
it's a great book because there's no chapters. Ain't no chapters. It's just a continuous story.
Sum it up. Not to give it up, but sum it up real quick. Because I've been hearing about The
But-
Because
Alchemist.
game ain't free.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on
The
that.
Alchemist is such a good book, man. And I read it for the first time. I promise I'll read that shit again. You can read it within a couple of days. You know, it ain't a long book, but long story short, it's about a goat herder that has a dream of riches, right? And so he seeks out on his journey to find his riches. And he's met with all these, all these different obstacles that come along the way that makes him want to quit. And eventually, he has to make the decision on, do I want to go back to be a sheep herder, or do I want to push forward and actually, chase my dream?
That sounds like life.
That is life. That's why it's such a good book.
And
4 seasons
the
of
key
life.
4 seasons of life, absolutely. We'll talk about that next time.
But the key
Next
part,
time,
what I like,
like he said, seasons of life coming
so
soon.
the key part, I like what you said. I feel like that. Like I be looking at, like I be seeing these stuff where you be reading these books and these people be trying to these help books try to tell you how to become a millionaire and things, and all these shows be about that. That's not where I feel like you're not giving. Of course, you're helping a lot of people, right? Of course, but I feel like you're not giving the average person You feel what I'm saying?
But you're not gonna get that because
you can do your best to get too close to it.
You can't, because at the end of the day, in order to become a millionaire, no one becomes a millionaire by going forward. They become a millionaire by going backwards, right? So you think about you think about what the the end goal is, and you reverse engineer it, right? I want to be a millionaire. How do I get to become a millionaire? Right?
Are you saying that you reach back down and pull people up to become a millionaire, or you come with a team?
You have to start with yourself, right? Your goal, Jeff's goal is to become a millionaire. How do I become a millionaire? Okay.
With y'all help.
I start by doing this, right? I start by doing this. You reverse engineer it so that you know what you have to do to get to that level. That's how you become a millionaire. Or that's how you accomplish any goal in itself is, what do I have to do in order to be perfect at a bank shot? Okay. I got to make sure that I'm following through. I got to make sure I'm hitting the backboard at this position, right? You reverse engineering making that shot. And you put yourself through those steps.
Let me tell you, I get what you're saying. So this is what I think you're saying, right? Because I'm pretty much saying the same thing. Say I'm the best shooter in the world, right? Say I'm Steph Curry, right, of the NBA, right? Okay, so we know I am the best shooter in the world, right? But how do you get the best shooter in the world, right? I'm in the gym 4 hours a day. I'm shooting 17,000 shots a day. So that's how I got here. I'm shooting 17,000 shots in the gym 7 days a week. Now I'm the best shooter in the world. Well, how you get here? Man, I was in the gym 7 days a week shooting 17,000 shots.
Sacrifice time and money and all that, man. You gotta sacrifice all that.
But wait.
You wouldn't be shooting in the gym.
But wait, first off, the crown is heavy. Right? The crown is heavy. The crown is heavy. So it ain't just about being in, because you could be in the gym 7 days a week. You could be fucking off in the gym 7 days a week.
I see people in the gym all the time.
Hold on, when we talking about shots at 17,000 shots, not saying going to the gym, I'm talking about going to the gym putting in work.
Well, yeah, but that exactly.
Because I see you in the gym, you putting in work. You feel me?
I'm putting in work.
That's exactly.
But that's me going in the gym putting in work. I see people in the gym. Just because you go in the gym doesn't mean you're going to automatically put in work. Just because you open up that book doesn't mean you're going to open up and read.
I agree. So that's why I come back and say,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I said, how did Steph Curry become the best shooter in the world? He in the gym 7 days a week. He shoots 17,000 shots a day.
Because the crown is heavy.
Every.
Because the crown is heavy.
Yes.
And like that,
I'm out.
we out.
We out.
5 Kings. Peace.
Holla at you.